this is what I saw. Yeah. Yeah, guys, it showed up right away. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chloe. I am 19 years old and expecting a baby girl in October. So, like I said, I am 19 years old and expecting a baby girl in October. And this video, if you didn't read the title, is about how I found out I was pregnant at 19. I'm also including how my family reacted and my boyfriend's family reacted and how we told them. Okay, to give you a little background, me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years, so he's not some random dude off the streets, okay? You know, we're not strangers, okay? It eases the blow a little bit. Like I said, 19, freshly graduated, not freshly, basically freshly graduated. I graduated May 2025, so from May to January of 2026. So yeah, basically freshly graduated. Not like boom, I found out as soon as I graduated. Okay, so like 9 months-ish between there. I would say freshly graduated. Whatever. So the week I found out I was pregnant, y'all. Middle of January, found out January 28th. So the week of whatever that is. Like the middle of January. Last week of January. I don't know. I didn't really have much symptoms as much people do when they find out they're pregnant. Like, oh, sore boobs, everything. No, only thing that gave me like an indicator maybe was I was cramping. I did not think I was pregnant at all, y'all. I did not think I was pregnant, okay? I had these cramps and they were like weird to me. It was like period cramps, but different. Like, I don't know, something about them just felt different. It was like they were more intense or something. I'm not sure. It was like a period cramp, but just something fell off. So those cramps went on for like 3 days, and of course I still didn't think of anything. I thought my period was about to start, that's why I'm cramping. I even told my mom, I was like, I'm having these weird cramps and it's been going on for 3 days. Like, I think I'm about to start my period. I was not worried about it whatsoever. It was a Wednesday when I found out, and I know that because that was the day Tell Me Lies, a new episode would come out every single week, and I was watching Tell Me Lies. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. That show is so freaking good. So freaking good. I love that show. Okay, it's January 28th. I'm watching Tell Me Lies. It came out that day. It's about, I would say 12. Tell Me Lies is like 45 minutes long, so done watching the show, and I was like, I don't know. I just took a pregnancy test, y'all. I have these strips in my drawer down there. I have like 25 strips of just pregnancy tests. Do I know why? No. Do I have them? Yeah. I have no clue why I ever got them. Yeah, probably because I was doing stuff and being dumb. That's probably why I got them. So if this isn't a lesson to all the people my age, wrap it before you tap it, guys. But yeah, I had pregnancy tests, so I just took one for no reason. Literally did not think it was gonna come back positive, had no idea. I mean, I took one almost every single month for some reason, just because I have that anxiety of like, oh my god, I'm pregnant. Oh my god, I'm cramping, I'm hungry, yeah. For some reason, I always thought like I was pregnant, so I took a pregnancy test, and every time it came up negative. So I was like, this is gonna come up negative. I did not think it was gonna come up positive, not one single bit. I want to add, I thought I was also infertile because my periods are irregular. I'll get one like 1 month, have one the next, like it will skip a month and then I'll have it. So I also want to add that so I don't look like a complete bozo. I mean, I thought that I was infertile, okay guys? Okay. I thought I was infertile. Doesn't help, but I did think I was infertile. So, went to the bathroom, took the pregnancy test. Okay, to me, it didn't look like it was working because either I didn't sit it in the pee for long enough or I don't know. But it had like a sponge. So if you ever seen the strip pregnancy test, you know, you dip it and then there's like the sponge, it goes through, your pee goes through, and then it goes out on the dye. Like through the sponge is like the dye, I don't freaking know. But there's like a certain sponge. So I know it's gross, but like I pushed on the sponge so like all the pee would go and the test would actually work so I could see it. Again, not thinking I was pregnant at all, y'all. Not thinking it. I did not think I was pregnant. I thought, I don't know, it was gonna pop up negative and I was gonna go with my sister because I had to go pick up my sister in like a couple minutes, so I just took the pregnancy test. And I was like, it's gonna come up negative and boom, I can go. I set it down, you know, wiped, pulled my pants up, blah, 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 washed my hands. That's not even like a full 2 minutes, okay? Walked into my room, and then this is what I saw. Yeah. Yeah, guys, it showed up right away. And that photo, it looks faint. When I came back to it, it was darker. So yeah, I didn't even wait the full 2 minutes to see what it would look like. So yeah, it was definitely, it was like pregnant. And I was like, what? I don't even know how I reacted, honestly. I just picked it up and I was like, what? I called my best friend, Ava. I should have called my man, but I didn't. I called my best friend, Ava, and I was like, girl, look at this. It says I'm pregnant. Like, it says I'm pregnant. Look. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't see anything. I don't even remember what she says, and she probably doesn't even remember what she says. But she was like, oh, 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 oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. That's what I was like. Honestly, that's what I did. Like, that's the truth. That's what I did. I was like, I'm pregnant. What? No, this can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. Pregnant. I'm pregnant. What? No. No. It's gotta be false. It's gotta be lying to me or something. Hell no, it wasn't lying. So I went to go pick up my sister after. Got her freaking out in the car rider line. Okay? Freaking out. I'm like, what in the world? What am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? I have no money. What am I gonna do? I got her. We came back home, and we're supposed to leave to go to my dad's as soon as I get her. And I was like, hey, you want to drop off your book bag? And I gotta use the bathroom really fast. I gotta take it to the pregnancy test. So you know what my happy butt did? It got a cup. I got another strip pregnancy, and I went to my basement and I peed because I did not want anybody to see. My mom was up bothering my sister, telling her like, oh, about her schoolwork, how she'd do with school and everything. Well, I went to the basement and I peed and I took another test. And when I tell you, it came up positive again, like that. Yeah. So definitely was pregnant, and I didn't tell anybody at this point but my best friend. So now we're on the way to my dad's. My dad lives about like 30-ish minutes away. So I'm driving and don't even get 5 minutes away from my house, and I say, Addison. I look to her and she's in the passenger seat. I say, Addison, I have to tell you something. She's like, what? And I said, you have to promise you don't tell anybody. And she's like, what? What'd you do? And I was like, I'm pregnant. She's like, what? No, you're not. No, you're not. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. And she's like, what? I hope it's a girl. That's not what she says. I hope it's a girl. And I'll babysit for like $20. So I get to my dad's and / my grandparents' house, and my grandparents were talking about taking us on a cruise in October for my birthday, because my birthday's in October, and we were gonna leave on October 10th, which is my birthday. And so I was like, yeah. And I also had another cruise, which I just got back from in May, and we were talking about that cruise. And I was just like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, I can't go on any of these cruises. Like, I'm pregnant. I can't go on any of them. To me, when I looked at my Flow app on my phone, it said, oh, you're possibly 7 weeks pregnant. Which wasn't true. I was not 7 weeks pregnant. I was 4 weeks pregnant. If I was 7 weeks pregnant at that time, I wouldn't have been able to go on the cruise that I just went on. Because you have to be with under like 24 weeks, and I would have been like 24 weeks exactly. So in my head, I'm like, I can't go on these cruises, and we already like booked them. Like, oh my god, everybody's gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me. Everybody spent all this money on cruises and I literally cannot go. Good thing I was not actually 7 weeks, I was 4 weeks, so I can actually go on the cruise with my dad that he planned. My grandparents one, they haven't really planned it yet, they were just talking about it. To me, I thought they freaking planned it, but they were just talking about it. You know, we're sitting there and everything, and in my head, I'm still freaking out. I'm texting Thomas, my boyfriend. I'm like, I got to tell you something. Like, I got to tell you something. I don't even know if I still have the text, but I was like, I have to tell you something. He was like, what? What'd you do? Did you cheat? What'd you do? What'd you do? What? Tell me right now. Tell me. Honestly, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just waited till I got to him, but I was like, I got to tell you something. And then he was like, what? Just tell me. So I texted him. Oh, I wish I didn't text him because I wish I like saw his reaction like in front of me, but I texted him because again, I'm freaking out. And I was like, I'm pregnant. And I sent him the photo of the strip test that I showed y'all. And I said, I'm pregnant. And he's like, no, you're lying. This is a joke. Are you being like so for real? Like, be dead. Like, dead for real. Like, you gotta be dead for real. Because I played a joke on him once. I used an ovulation test and it came up positive because it's ovulation. And I sent it to him and I said I was pregnant, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. But I did. So he thought I was joking. Obviously I wasn't. But I was like, I'm not. I swear. I'm not joking. This is the truth. Like, I'm actually pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. And obviously it's yours. Duh. Hours gone by. We've been hanging out with my dad and my grandparents. I was like, we got to go. We got to go to CVS and pick up Addison something. We did have to pick her up something. But also I was going to buy another pregnancy test. I was like, we got to go before CVS closes. It closes at like 10. And yeah, we got to go. So we left, we went to CVS, and we walked in, and we could not find the pregnancy tests anywhere. We could not find them anywhere. We were about to go up to the freaking pharmacy counter and be like, where's the pregnancy test? These people had it hidden. They had this aisle hidden, I swear. Normally, it's like right next to the pharmacy stuff. No, it was like down by the food. It was so random. So we got a clear blue test. It was the 2 with 1 line and 1 digital. We got whatever she needed, and then we left. Okay, I dropped her off here at my house, and then I drove to my boyfriend's house. I get to his house, his sister is there, and her fiance is there, and they're all in the living room. Like, everybody's in the living room, and I'm like, hi guys, hi. Thomas, get in the freaking bedroom right now. Get in the bedroom. And I was like, like, we're in the living room, like, are you gonna come with me? And he was like, we walked into his bathroom. Again, it's like right there with the living room, so I was freaking out. I took the test. He went back out to the living room, you know, not to make everything seem so suspicious. Okay, took the test. And not even, like, I was still sitting on the toilet, and I put it down to put it back in its bag, and wiped, got up, and looked at the line one, and it was positive already. I just put it in there. I didn't say anything. I walked my purse back into his room, walked out to the living room, you know, chit-chatted and everything for not even like freaking 2 minutes. And we came back into his room, and I said, look, I pulled it out. It said pregnant. Of course, the digital one didn't work because you have to lay it freaking flat. I did not know that. I guess I should have read the instructions, but you have to lay them flat. But it didn't work, but the line one did. And I was like, I already took 2 other ones, and they came up positive, and this one came up positive. It's for sure. We don't need to go get a freaking digital test. Okay, so now we have 3 tests showing up positive, and this is the video I took of that night when it showed up positive. So yeah. I called all my friends, and I was like, I have to tell y'all something. I'm like, I'm pregnant. And they're like, Chloe, you're not. My one friend, Hope, she was like, no, you're not. I'm going to make you pee on a freaking test, like, right in front of me. Like, you're not pregnant. You're not. And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Girl, stop. Just believe me. Like, shut up. Believe me. I'm trying to keep my voice quiet so nobody else hears us. How Thomas reacted, he I don't know, like he wasn't really scared or anything. He didn't really have much emotion. He was just like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And he just hugged me and everything. And we hugged and cuddled and we were like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna do this. We got this. We're gonna be good. We're gonna do it. And that. Okay, so that's how we found out I was pregnant. Now, how we told our family. I told my mom the very next day. Oh, and I forgot to mention, y'all, I was in my workout grind, my healthy food grind. I was on a calorie deficit. I was doing good for myself. And I was going to gym at like 5 a.m. with my friend Savannah, who did my half-baked photos and some other photos for me, like prom ones. Y'all should go check her out. Her photos are so cute. Anyways, I got back from the gym. My mom, like I said, we have a basement. And our laundry room is down, our laundry is down in the basement. So she's coming up the stairs. In my room, I walk, basement door, stairs leading down the basement. I walk, this is my room. Like, it's like all the rooms are in the same hallway. So you can see. Anyway, she's walking up the stairs. I'm like, Mom, I need to talk to you. She's like, what? And I turned around, sat in my room, sat in my bed right there. I was like, I need to tell you something. She was like, what? Are you pregnant? I said, yes. And then I don't know why, I just started crying, I guess, because I was like scared to tell her. So I started crying and she's like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, I am. Started crying. She's like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. We'll figure it out. It's okay. You got this. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I was like, I want to keep my baby. I can never, me personally, I could never abort a baby. So like, I'm gonna keep it. She was like, okay, and just like held me. Like, I just was crying. She was really supportive. Of course she was. My mom got pregnant at 18 and had her baby at 19, so she was really supportive too. So obviously she kind of gets it, and she was super supportive. I didn't tell my dad for the longest time. I was so scared to tell him. I didn't tell him for probably about, I don't know, 2 weeks after I found out. But Thomas's parents, he did not want to tell. Like, he did not want to tell for some reason. Of course he didn't. He's scared. He's scared. He didn't want to tell. But he did not want to tell. So we went to dinner, and we already told his sister, I guess. I don't know. But we went to wherever she worked and ate dinner. This boy. Okay, so if you think, so there's this saying like, oh, you can see if you're pregnant sometimes through your partner. They'll like get sick or have like throw up or whatever. Yeah, that night, I think he was so freaking scared to tell that he literally gave himself a bug. Literally. We were eating we were eating at his sister's work. He's like, I'm so nauseous. Like, I starved myself so much that I'm like, feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, I'm not even hungry anymore. And I was like, okay, well, I'm hungry. So I'm over here eating. He gets up, he goes to the bathroom. I'm not even gonna tell everything, but let's just say he let projectile vomits all over the bathroom floor. Poor boy, like, poor baby. He's just like throwing up all over the bathroom floor, and somebody else has to come in there and clean it up. Like, I should not be laughing because it's really not funny, but yeah, he was throwing up, and out the other end too. Come back after, he didn't even eat any of his food, so we put it in a box for him. We come back to his house, and he gets out of the car, throws up, and he's like, go in the house. He's like puking, and I'm like coming in the house. I sit down in the living room. His parents are there. You know, we're talking to them. He comes back inside after freaking vomiting everywhere outside. He sits down, and I was like, yeah, I don't really need to be getting sick, really, so I'm gonna have to go. And I was like, I have a lot of doctors. This is how I told his parents. I was like, yeah, I have a lot of doctor's appointments now, so like I can't really get sick. His mom, so I have a thing with my thyroid. I had some issues with my thyroid, so I had to go to the doctors pretty frequent to get blood tests and everything. So she was like, oh, is your thyroid messed up? And I was like, no. And she's like, are you pregnant? And I was like, yes. That's it. That's literally it. That's how we told them. And they were like, yeah. They didn't really say anything. They were just like, yeah. I was like, are you happy? They're like, of course. His dad and his mom were like, of course. I was like, are you surprised? They were like, no. Why'd you meet and Thomas? Okay, me and Thomas been staying at each other's house. Like, we've been having sleepovers for 2 years, okay? So, okay, come on. Our family knows what we're doing. Like, go. But how I told my dad was I went to my grandparents and I told them first. My dad was out of town. He was in Canada for work. He was in Canada for work, so he was out of town. So I went to my grandparents' house and I told my grandparents because I wanted them to know so they wouldn't pay for me to go on a cruise and then literally like lose their money or something. So I told them, and I literally just said, I have to tell y'all something. They paused their TV and I said, you're gonna be great grandparents. And they were like, oh, like nobody really was like, I don't know. Of course they don't want me to be pregnant at 19 and they want me to wait. I mean, that's what my grandma said. She said, of course, like, I wouldn't want you to purposely get pregnant at 19 and wait, but like, it's a blessing. So like, it doesn't really matter. I was like, I have to tell Dad, but I want to wait until he gets home from Canada. Like, I want to tell him in person. And then my grandma was like, no, you need to call him and tell him so he can debrief away. So he can mentally take it in away from home and not disturb everybody. And so my grandma called him on her phone. And she was like, hey, Chloe wants to tell you something. Hand the phone to me. I was like, hey. And he was like, hey, baby girl, what's up? And I was like, would you want to be a pappy for your birthday? Because I thought I was doing September from what my Flow app told me. Because I haven't had any appointment yet. And he was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, I'm gonna have a baby. He's like, oh. Does your mom know? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay. I love you. And then, yeah, he hung up. One second, my camera's about to die. I need to switch the battery. We're back rolling. Okay. So, you know, after a while he took it in. He texted me and he was like, you know, I'm so happy for you, love. Yeah. My dad had his first kid at 25. My mom had her first kid at 18. So, and my grandma had her first kid at 19. So, it was just kind of, my dad's not young my dad was a reasonable age to have his first kid. To him, it was young. But my mom and my grandma both had a kid 19, 18. So, they kind of more understood what to say, really, or how to support, I feel like. But I was still so scared. Anyways, my dad was just like, you know, he was supportive still. My dad's not gonna not be supportive. I have wonderful, wonderful family. Thomas has wonderful, wonderful family. They're all supportive and happy that we're having a beautiful baby girl. I mean, would you rather us be on drugs or have a baby? Like, which one's better? I think baby. Yeah, that's basically how we told our family. Everybody else just kind of found out through, like, family members or text or call, like. So basically, that's how we told our family and how I found out I was pregnant. So that's it for this video. If you liked this video, if you have any suggestions or any videos you want to see, please comment. But other than that, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. and make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm trying to get a goal of 10,000 so I can start making money off of social media to help support baby girl. You can't see her. Baby girl. Baby girl. It's not really, I kind of still look like I'm like chunky or something. To me, I look chunky still. But to help support baby girl and help my boyfriend not be so stressed with money and everything. So thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.